Once the second floor is decked over and the ridge beams are set, it's time to install the rafters. If the rafters are small enough and you have enough manpower, you can simply muscle them into place. For larger rafters, you will need to set them with a crane or with a forklift equipped with an extension boom. Setting the rafters is an exciting step. The frame is almost complete, and it's looking great. You should probably have extra help and extra equipment on hand to set these long timbers into place. They will be set at the highest part of the frame, often working on tall ladders. They are usually the longest timbers we have, and being the last ones to go up, they've been sitting on the ground for the longest time. But it's okay. We have some tips and techniques to help this part go as smoothly as possible. Follow these steps, and you should be in great shape. Note that barn rafters have a bird's mouth notch and are set on top of the beam. House frame rafters are set into mortises in the beams. In either case, the technique is the same. You should set rafters in pairs opposing each other at the ends and posts wherever possible. Never set one entire side before the other. This will put unnecessary weight and strain on the ridge beam and make it more difficult to get the other rafters into place. Get the gables and post rafters set first. Setting the rafters in opposite pairs keeps the posts and ridge nice and straight and equalizes the weight distribution. After the rafters are all installed, check the ridge posts for plumb and install 2x4 diagonal bracing from the highest point of a ridge post down to the base of the next post. This will keep the roof frame plumb and square while you work on the roof. The rafters should be rigged with two straps, an 8-foot and a 12-foot. We supply these in our toolbox, arranged so that the rafters hang at an angle slightly steeper than the roof. This allows the rafter tail to be set into the pocket first. Then the top is guided down into place of the ridge beam. It's important to get the rigging arrangement right, so it can be easily and quickly repeated once everything is moving along. We test fit the straps on the first rafter until we find the right distance from each end. We take measurements and mark each rafter in advance, and then we tap in nails to prevent the straps from sliding out of position as they are raised and swung into place. Set the rafters in place and pull the top into position, even with the ridge. Screw only the top, using two 8-inch screws. Leave the bottom alone for now. The rafters are secured in place with 8-inch screws at the ridge and 6-inch screws at the plate, included with the frame package. If there's a gap at the top or bottom, the ridge beam and lower shoulder beam can be winched together to close the gap. After all or most of the rafters are in place and top fastened, you can come back through and snug up the lower ends. Ratchet straps are supplied just for this purpose. The top tip of the rafters should be even with the top edge of the beam. If they look nice and even like this picture, you can screw them down, but chances are they won't. More than likely, they look like this. Note the space from the rafter tip to the edge of the beam. That's where the straps come in, and big hammers. Liberal use of a large hammer is expected and encouraged. Remember to use the softer face on visible surfaces.